Calico, crazycapital. Come on. Hold up, I'm in here. Push weight, but no gym near. Crazy balls, no drinks here. Shorty wet, no swimwear. I had to get, I had to hustle. Cook it up with the fiends near. Mel had the extended clip. You don't see curve with the beam there. Michael Myers, me scream, My pens, my machete, killing whack rappers' dreams, Not just a scheme, I really lived that life, but I got bigger dreams, I just spent some cash on the...
What is going on? What is going on, guys? It is your boy Joe Calico. I am back with another one. As always, you know, I'm searching for the dopest people, the dopest stories, just real down to earth people that we could kick it with and get to know. And as always, we found somebody else. So, you know, I got this very talented person. She go by the name of Gina Bliss, a published model. How you doing, Gina?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing? Where you calling from? Where you zooming from?
I am zooming from Long Island, New York.
Oh, Long Island. We got a New Yorker here. A New Yorker with us, guys. Yes.
How you doing, everybody?
We good. Hopefully they good. I know I'm good. Hopefully they good. So, you know, I said you was a published model?
Yeah, I am a published cover model, and I have my own promotions company.
Oh.
So we do a lot of advertising and brand work, and we shoot for magazines.
And you shoot for magazines. So, when did you realize that you wanted to become a model?
Honestly, I wasn't really interested in being a model. I was doing promotions for, I don't know if you've ever heard of them, Tattoos. They're big in New York. They had like 6 different spots here on Long Island, and they started United Ink, which is a tattoo convention.
Oh.
So I got my start through them. I was promoting for them. I was doing a little bit of everything for them. I had my own catering business back in the day, so I would cater their after parties, and we just became really friendly. And they asked me if I would go to a few events and, you know, just hang around the booths and talk to people. And I have a lot of ink, so that, you know, helps that situation. But, you know, after a while, they decided they were going to move to Florida, and I wanted to branch off on my own because obviously I wasn't going to go to Florida to follow them. I have a whole life here in New York. So my business partner and my fiance is also a photographer, so he would do a lot of the photography for the events. And you know, we were looking on social media, and we saw a lot of like quick selfie advertisements and a lot of people who weren't really, you know, representing the brand that they were supposedly working for. I mean, selfies are cute for likes and follows, and they get attention. They get you to go to the page and maybe check it out more. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to buy a t-shirt if they can't see the t-shirt and it's just a cute girl and this much of the shirt is showing.
Definitely.
So, you know, we thought maybe we could fill the need here because we've done promotions, we've done advertising. You know, we're both people. We talk to people from all different places and try to network with whoever we can network with. If we can put other people together, we do that too. We're actually a friend of mine, Tori Franco, has a podcast as well. So I'm starting to try to get some collaborations for her as well with a few of the clients that we have. So we're all about putting out good work that people can use for more than social media promotion, and putting people together that might be able to network and make something, you know, something bigger than just what they're trying to do on their own. Because in this industry, it's a sea of a bunch of different brands, a bunch of different models, a bunch of different photographers. So you have to kind of do something to try to make yourself stand out a little bit. And if you can work with more people, the more the merrier in this industry. If I can talk to you and you have something going on and you want me to promote for you, it takes me 2 seconds to post something, and it just the reach is better if more people are willing to share the information. I think people are, you know, they're in too much competition with each other instead of seeing what can we do so everybody benefits.
Definitely.
And that's what me and my brand are about. We try to put people together and do interesting, cool collaborations with whoever we can, so the word gets spread out more, and our work and whoever we're working with work gets put out there more. That's the goal, is, not just, again, not for like a quick selfie and this is it and this is what we have. It's to do real advertising and to form real relationships.
Also, so with your brand, with Bliss Promotions, you definitely going into the advertising lane for other businesses.
Yes, absolutely. We do a lot of work with like clothing companies and jewelry companies. So basically what they will do is I'll speak to someone and they will commission X amount of photo shoots. So me and my partner, we will go onto their website and their Instagram page, and sometimes they don't even have a website set up yet. They'll just send me images of the items that they have for sale. And my business partner, my fiance, his name is Paul Dorian. He does Paul Dorian Photography.
Shout out to them.
Instagram. He does graphic design and web design, and he redoes logos for people all the time. So we build people from the ground up sometimes. They might just have like a t-shirt and a dream, and we do what we can to help them and get their name out there and get their business going for them too. I mean, that's not always the case. We work with a lot of established brands too who already have websites, but they might just have a bunch of selfies on their Instagram page and they're trying to go for a little bit more of a professional thing. So like I said, we usually shoot with the intent for people's websites and business cards, flyers, any professional advertising medium out there, and to get their name out there more through exposure in magazines. We do simple product shots sometimes where it's just like a white or black background and just the product is very in view and that's it. But most people are interested in having fully themed photo shoots done. And what that means is basically, for example, if you are a clothing company and you sent me a bikini, the photographer and I would go to a beach or to a pool or somewhere where it makes sense to be wearing a bikini. It's not going to just be like in the middle of the road somewhere when it's snowing. I hate when photographers do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make any sense. And it's just like, yes, there's a lot of beautiful women out there and they have beautiful bodies, but if your shot doesn't make any sense and you're just taking it for the sake of seeing someone in a bikini, you can do that anywhere.
Yeah.
We try to make sets that make sense. So if I'm sent a bikini, we'll go to the beach or we'll go to a pool and we'll do a fully themed set. It's not going to just be one quick picture. It's going to be like 5 images. And not that they always tell a story, but they they'll start off with, maybe I'll be on one of the chairs on the side of the pool and then there'll be a few shots of me in the pool. But it's always done with the intent of advertising with a creative or interesting spin on it. So we'll want to take those pictures so you can see the product from multiple angles, how it looks on a real human being's body. And it's not just like a quick up close, here's my chest. You can't see the product, but please buy it anyway. Yeah. I think that's sloppy, lazy advertising. If you want somebody to buy your product, they have to be able to see your product. Because, I'm not going to buy that nice t-shirt that you're wearing if I can only see the corner of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
we do it from multiple angles and we try our best to show off the product, but still do it in an interesting, creative way so it gets picked up by magazines. And then the brand is promoted through the magazine as well. Anytime somebody buys that issue or sees it on social media or on the magazine's website, I'm wearing that brand's shirt or bikini or whatever they sent me.
Yeah.
But we like to do all sorts of different creative things. If we do like a graffiti set, we'll even turn the brand's logo into part of the graffiti, because a lot of magazines don't want watermarks or anything like that or the brand's logo in the images. But if it's part of the graffiti backdrop, then the brand sticks out. You can see what the brand's name is. And it's like just a cool, interesting spin on how to advertise for people.
And then so I'm hearing that you was doing that company before the modeling, and that's what made you model, doing the company.
When I was working with Tattoo Lose, they would have us do like promotions at events where we would go and we would take pictures of people, and then people would ask me, "Will you wear this T-shirt for me? If I give you this T-shirt, can you take a few pictures?" People were asking and were interested. And then, like I said, when they left and I had branched off on my own, I felt like, again, I'm seeing a need here. People are advertising, but they're advertising in a way in which people will be drawn to like and follow the page, but not necessarily purchase the item. So I thought if I can offer something slightly different, and I was fortunate enough, like my partner is my fiance, so we have a business together, we work together all the time. And it's not like, oh my God, I have to find a photographer to shoot this now. Yeah. I have a staff. I have someone who does photography. I have someone who does graphic design. You have a model, and you have somebody who has been doing advertising promotions for, I'm going to have to say, about 10 years now.
Yeah.
So I kind of know how it works and what people are looking for. And sometimes people don't even know what they're looking for. So that's where, being a people person and being willing to communicate with people, you find the need of the specific person that you're dealing with, and you do whatever you can to make it work for them specifically. Like if you already have a website and a professional logo and all that stuff, I'm not going to offer that to you. You don't need that. If all you have on your page is selfies where you can't see your products, I'm going to say we'll do themed photo shoots for you. Or if you just need some simple product shots, it's whatever that brand is looking for. But we always offer both. So this way you have a variety of options. And it's not just, well, here's a white background and a little picture. It's, for example, we're working with Cruelty-Free Girls currently. They are a cruelty-free skincare product company. They sell body scrubs and different lotions and whipped soaps. It's just very beautiful handmade things. And they were looking for something a little bit in between. They were looking for demo shots where I would just put it on my arm so you can see the texture and the colors and what it does to the skin. And they wanted professional product shots. So we went in there and we took some images of the products themselves, and then we added different cool graphics to them. Like, for example, if it was bubblegum flavored, we'd put little pink and blue bubbles in the background. We just try to make it as interesting and creative as possible. So it's not just a plain flat shot of here, this is the product, but you still get a good sense of what the product is. You still see it from multiple angles,
Yeah.
And you get a sense of what it is that people are selling you, and if you really are interested in it or not. So, like I said, at first I had no interest in being a model. I was just more into it for the business end of it, where I would be able to come up with interesting advertising campaigns. But a lot of people had asked me if I would do certain things while I was working for promoting for Tattoo Loose. So I figured, instead of trying to find somebody else to be the model for the pictures, I'll just do it and we'll see where it goes. And it's been 6 years almost. In September, it'll be 6 years.
And then the models, it's been, you done other campaigns other than just clothing? Did you
Oh yeah. We do for jewelry companies. We do for, sometimes, right now I'm working with a local pizzeria. We have plans to do an advertising campaign for them in the spring.
Oh, dope.
Companies bars, clubs, just any business or personal too. I have a few people who are just looking to put themselves out there more. So we'll set up advertising campaigns for individuals where sometimes we'll post information about them. Like, again, my friend Tori that I was just mentioning, who has her own podcast, I will promote for her sometimes, where if she's having an event or speaking with somebody, I can just throw something up in story real quick even. It doesn't have to be a whole advertising campaign. That's where the networking really comes in.
Definitely.
It doesn't cost anybody anything to spread information. So I don't see why people, I see people, they'll charge you to post in their story and stuff like that on Instagram. And it's don't take yourself so seriously.
So I was going to ask you that too, because that's what a lot of people do when they do get their following up. That's, I guess, one of their income streams is, especially in the music community. That's what a lot of people do. They get 30K, 40K, and it's I'll post you, but I'll charge you, and I'll post you my stories for 24 hours. Usually, that's the rate. Usually, it's about $50 to $300.
Because I get approached by shout-out pages all the time. They're like, "Would you like to be on our model page? There's 5 billion people, but it costs you $20." And I'm like, I get paid to promote. I don't need a selfie page to promote for me, and I'm certainly not going to pay for it.
Yeah, and those pages be fake too. To my viewers that be watching, those pages is super fake followers, a million.
Yeah, no, I've never paid for a shout out, nor would I ever pay for a shout out, nor would I ever charge anybody for a shout out. If you want me to do a photo shoot for you, that's different. That's time and resources, and that's my job. I get paid for that. If you're asking me, can you do me a favor and throw this in your story for me, it doesn't cost me anything to help somebody out. Yeah. And then maybe sometime I'll need some help and they'll be happy to post for me too. That's how networking works.
But I mean, But you posted somebody you know, I'm guessing. If it's a total stranger that's saying, "Yo, Gina, just post this for me." You're not gonna do it, right? You're gonna just be like, you might not charge them, but you might leave it unseen. You might not even respond back.
To be honest, it really would depend on the particular situation. If it's somebody that I might be able to work with in the future, like, sure,
Okay.
I'm willing to network with you and help you. If it's somebody who comes at me properly and correctly and isn't rude about it, like, hey, I'm great, post this for me right now. I'm not going to do that for you. I don't know you. But if you're like, I'm really trying to break off into the music industry, and if you could just share some information for me, I'd really appreciate it. And then they turn around and they will post something with your page saying that they appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for that, but I do respect and appreciate that more. If you're willing to show my work off because I'm willing to help you and we can all help each other, we don't need to get paid for something like that. If I'm doing actual work for you, or I'm taking time out of my schedule to take pictures or promote or go to an event, then yes, that's something that I need to be paid for because that's my job. But I can post in story for anybody who's willing to actually network and be a human being when they dress me.
Dope, dope. So, I know everything not glitz and glamour, so like I'm gonna ask you this question. I don't want you to out nobody out. You can leave any names. You can leave names out, whatever, but do you remember like a like just a horrible gig you got? Like it was just messed up from the start. It was just
There's definitely been a few. I've only worked with 3 photographers in my entire life.
all right.
Most of which is with my fiance. And then I've had event photographers where they'll take pictures for an event that I'm at or whatever, and that's something different. But personal, like one-on-one shoots, the first time I worked with somebody else, I thought it was going to be like at a professional studio. They gave me the address. It was his mother's house
Okay.
in her garage.
He hustling. He hustling.
And he tried to kiss my forehead when I left.
Oh, God, he was.
So it was just very awkward. And I don't think
Creep
he meant
mode.
any harm by it, but it was not what I had anticipated going into it. And this is why this is very important. And I'm going to say this to any lady out there. Anybody, if you're going somewhere for the first time, you bring an escort with you.
Yeah.
Even if you're not welcome into the actual photo shoot, they can be right outside in their car and they wait for you to come out, because the world is crazy. You don't know if you're walking
A lot of crazy people
into
out
some
there.
person's house that's going to do something horrible to you. So I had my fiance with me because he was my business partner still at the time. So he was in the car outside waiting for me. I had my phone on me. If anything terrible, God forbid, happened, I'd have somebody there. Never go to a gig alone if it's somebody you're working with for the first time, especially if it's at a private location.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Like when you have something to offer somebody, you're setting up a shoot with anybody, you have to be honest about it. That's why, like, I don't believe in Photoshop. I look how I look. Look how there's obviously you're going to put on makeup and doll yourself up more if you're doing professional images for somebody.
Yeah.
Like right now I have no makeup on. This is my face. This is what I look like. You know what I mean? But when you meet up with somebody, the expectations should be the reality. Like if you tell me we're going to meet up at a studio and we're going to do a lingerie photo shoot, I expect it to be a real studio, not your mom's garage where you act kind of strange during the photo shoot and then try to kiss the forehead when we leave.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a very odd situation to be in. So that's why I was very wary of who I worked with and under what circumstances after that. Because it was literally my first experience with a different photographer where it was a one-on-one shot that wasn't with my fiance.
Yeah.
So you have to just be really, really careful when you're meeting somebody for the first time because you don't know who's out there and what they're really about. As far as working with brands, I haven't had any like horror stories about brands. My only issue is that if I ask you for a specific size, it's for a reason. It's because I know my body, I know what will look good on me, and I know what size I need. If I tell you, please send me a size small sweatshirt, and you send me a men's extra large sweatshirt, it's going to look horrible on me. And I'm not going to be able to do the photo shoot in it. It's going to be gigantic, and I'm going to have to, I'm not even going to be able to do it if it's that bad. You know what I mean? So when working with people, my only issue is any type of miscommunication or just being ignored flat out, because I've had that happen to me where it's like they'll set up this shoot, they'll pay for the shoot, and then they'll they'll send me the wrong size clothes, and it's like, how am I expected to take pictures in something if it doesn't fit, whether it's too big or too small? The goal is to make your products look good.
Yeah, so I was just about to say that.
Wear them, I can't make them look good, you know?
That's a fact. So,
I've never had a horror story with a brand.
No
just
brand.
Like I said, there have been a few occasions in which people, if you're really serious about getting quality work, you have to be willing to pay attention and do what's asked of you a little bit. You know, I don't ask for anything crazy. I don't need like specialty sizes or anything like that. It just, if I ask you for a small, please send me a small.
Let's send a small.
Just send a small, and you'll get what you need.
So on the flip side of that is like your most favorite job you did. Like it was like you.
That's really hard because I have to say I've developed a lot of like friendly relationships with the brands that I work with. So there's like
you got a lot of favorites.
Name all of them, but my favorite type of shoot to do is I love pinup and anything retro. I think those are so cool.
Pinup?
But we don't always get to do them because not everybody is looking for that type of style. When brands let us decide the type of photo shoot we're going to do and we have more freedom, those photo shoots are always much more fun and more interesting because then we can make it something different. You know, it doesn't have to just be a straightforward, here is this cute shirt, here's this cute shirt from this angle, here's this cute shirt from that angle. It becomes something else. Like, for example, we did a shoot for a jewelry brand called Cultist Crafts. Yeah. It was a nice set where we were able to do a cosplay for it, and we did Poison Ivy. We did like a steampunk version of it because he makes and specializes in chainmail jewelry. So we're able to take whatever the brand sends us and turn it into something that is artistic and interesting instead of just being flat shots where it's only fashion photography. Sometimes it is what it is and that's just what you wind up with, but any set where we can do something creative and make it more interesting is a lot of fun. We did a cosplay of a Zatanna once where the photographer added like magic globes to my hands and like different cards that lit up and stuff like that. Anything where we can do special effects to make it more interesting or just give it that pop, I always find that to be a lot of fun too. So anything creative, anything beyond just straight up shots are my favorite type of shoots to do.
Alright, so that's dope. What kind of music you listen to?
I listen to everything.
Right.
I'm very eclectic. I gotta be honest, I'm not like a big country music fan. To me, it's all kind of sounds the same, like someone's dog and truck and woman got stolen, and I don't have time.
All right.
But I like pretty much everything though. I like old school 90s hip hop and R&B. I'm 35. I don't really listen to, like, I gotta say I'm not like a huge fan of trap music.
Oh yeah, the newer stuff.
Like if it got a good beat, then that's what it is. It's a good beat. But I appreciate songs that have lyrics that say something.
Yeah. When
there's a message behind it, and not everything is gonna be like that. But I prefer that type of stuff.
I respect it. That's what's up. So back to the. Let's take it back to the mileage, to the not the mileage. Let's take it back to Bliss Promotions. Cause I know you, like I said, you do. If I came to you as a brand, so okay. I don't have no. Well, I'm working on some merch, but I have no merch or nothing. I'm more like a. You worked with like a digital brand before, like with some. Well, you say you're helping your friend with the podcast, so I guess so. For the photo shoots, are you shooting photo shoots of your friend, or are you still doing photo shoots?
It depends on what it is. Like, for example, that brand that I had also mentioned, Cultist Crafts, he's going to make for Pride because I'm openly bisexual. My friend who's doing the other podcast is a lesbian. So we are going to do a photo shoot with her for Pride. Right. And it's not going to be anything like a fully themed set. It's going to be more like an image. So just something to advertise for her podcast, something for the month of Pride, and something to advertise for his jewelry. He's going to be making us matching rainbow chainmail bracelets. So she's going to advertise on her podcast for him, saying that he's the sponsor because he's sending her the jewelry to do the shoot for. And in this particular case, we're going to be wearing our matching bracelets, and we're going to do an image where we're like holding hands, like clasped in unity.
All right.
That's what Pride is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about being able to be yourself and being able to be part of a community and something bigger. So for something like that, for her, it's advertising for her because it's on her podcast. It shows that, you know, she's willing to work with new people and she's welcoming sponsorships. And it gives my other client the ability to be on a podcast because now his jewelry is going to be advertised on the podcast, and we are going to take some images of it.
All right.
So it really, like, how we work with people depends on their needs and what they're interested in. So
right.
if it's just a straight up brand with clothing, then I can give you a rundown of how the process works if that's easier.
Yeah.
So if, say, for example, you have clothing, you have t-shirts, hats, everything, you just sell clothes. And I would contact you. Usually it's through Instagram because that's where I have all my work besides Model Mayhem. Model Mayhem is a website for models and photographers to try to get together and work together and network. That's great if you're looking to expand your portfolio, but if you're trying to work with brands, it's harder to find brands on a site like that.
Yeah.
So predominantly I will message people through Instagram, and I intentionally look for people. I'm sorry, Ed.
I was just about to ask, so you intentionally, you hitting up the people.
I do get recommendations from other brands that I've worked with where people will be like, you know, I've worked with Cultist Craft before and I saw your picture on there. I'd love to work with you. So I do get a lot of referrals. And like I said, it's all about networking. If you're willing to help people and network with them, they're willing to do the same for you. So I have brands who share my work all the time. And from that, I'll get other brands who will message me and ask me, you know, what's your rate? I really like your work. I would like 4 photo shoots done. Like it's very specific to the needs of the individual client. But the rundown, basically, unless it's somebody who's, you know, been referred to me or sees my work and messages me, if I message you, I'll just be like, you know, I see it. I look intentionally for startup brands, but I also work with anybody. Like, I'll work with anyone. If you have products to sell, I can make an advertising campaign for you. But I do intentionally, because we are a small business, I do look for other small businesses to work with because these people usually don't have a lot of professional images on their pages. So maybe I would be able to fill a need that way. If I see that all you have is selfies and then I go to your website and all you still have is selfies, obviously you need some professional images, not necessarily on your social media page. Because people think that if they have only selfies, they're going to make sales. And people think that if they only have professional images, they're going to make sales. To be honest, I think you need both.
It's like a mix.
You should have selfies and you know, just cute little things of people wearing your product to show that in the real world, people are about your brand. But you should have professional images to actually advertise for it so people can see what the images and products look like and decide if it's something they want for themselves. So if I approach you, say like and you have a clothing brand, I'll tell you, you know, we've been doing this for X amount of time. I'll show examples of my work and I'll say for your particular brand, we can do urban streetwear or a beach shoot, or it depends on, again, what you're trying to sell. So if you only sell bikinis, then I'll explain to you that we would do a fully themed photo shoot at a beach for you. You get a minimum of 5 images. We always add the brand's logo to the images, but we send them both versions so they can use it however it best works for them.
Yeah.
So we do the photo shoot after everything is said and done, and we just finalize how many shots you want and the themes are agreed upon and what products are agreed upon. We go over sizing information. There's a lot that gets done before any of the actual work gets done. Yeah. We have to all be on the same page about what is desired and the overall outcome of everything. So if I come to you and you say, I want 4 photo shoots, and then I say, okay, we're going to do 1 graffiti, we're going to do 1 at the beach, we're going to do 1 that pertains just to fashion, and then we're going to do a cosplay with the other one. My clients don't understand that we can't always get everything done the second that the products are sent out. Sometimes we have to wait for good weather. Sometimes we have to wait for, if we're doing like a multiple brand collaboration, sometimes we have to wait for the other brands to send the products. There's a lot of stuff that goes into play. So it's a process. Sometimes things can get done really quickly and sometimes they take more time to put together. But the gist of it is We select a few items. We agree upon how many photo shoots are going to be done with those items. We go over sizing. They send the items to me. And then we put all the other pieces together, like the rest of the costuming, the makeup, the location, the hair, all that jazz. And once everything is pieced together, we do the photo shoot. We edit the images or add special effects to them if it's for a cosplay shoot. And then we send everything back to the clients. We don't post on social media right away because our intent is always to send pictures out to magazines unless it's an ad campaign where the people need it, like right now. Like, for example, I'm doing a Valentine's Day product set for the Cruelty Free Girl company that I'm working with. They would like some images done for before Valentine's Day. So instead of sending anything out to a magazine and doing a fully themed photo shoot, we would be just doing some product shots for them to get it out quickly. So it really all depends on the needs of the client. If you need something fast, we can make it happen. If you need something but you're not in a rush for it and you're willing to wait so you get more of that artistic aspect of the photography and you get to be in magazines, then we send everything out to be published. And once we find out that it's going to be published, then we post the images that are for the magazine, showing off your brand is now in a magazine. So it's not just a simple, here's a quick picture of me, and that it's a process and it's an ad campaign.
All right. Did you ever staff? Like I know you do the modeling. Did you ever have to like book other models or even like male models?
I've tried to set up a couple of things with other models, and I don't know why it's hard to find people with good work ethics, but like I'll have something set up completely. I'll get clothing for this other person and they won't show up.
They won't show up.
And then I'll see them on Instagram, like with pictures of them and their friends, like at a bar or something that night. And it's like, okay, I just got you a job. Where are you? You know what I mean? So I would love to work with other models, but you need to be reliable and responsible in any industry. Like if I can count on you, I'm not going to message you to work with you again.
Definitely.
So yeah, I'm absolutely down to work with other models and any brands or anything like that, but it's got to be a two-way street and everybody has to be professional.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, I feel the same way too. You know, usually I'm at the studio today. If I'm at the studio, if I book you and you like stand me up, I don't think I'll never book you for the studio session again. Even if it's for money, just because you just wasted my time that one time. You didn't give me a phone call, you ain't tell me anything, I won't book you again.
100%. No, respect is very, very important to me. Like if there, people have extenuating circumstances. If God forbid something happens and you can't make it, it takes 2 seconds to call someone or text them and say, I'm so sorry, X, Y, and Z happened and I can't be there. But you can't just flake on somebody completely, not let them know what's going on, and then expect like everything will be fine afterwards. You have to be a little professional in any industry that you're in.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So I know when you're an entrepreneur, it's kind of hard to. It's like a blurred line because it's like you're always working. It's like it's not like a 9 to 5 where you get off of work and then you just go about your business. It's like you're always working. So is there any other? It's like besides this, like what are your hobbies? Like you know what I mean? Besides the modeling, or is it just your 100% go time?
I am before anything else. I am a mother. Hi, Anthony. That's my son.
What up,
He's
Anthony?
a great kid. So I spend a lot of my time with him, and I absolutely am all about my family. My family is small, and that's why it's so super important to me. Family is everything. That's why I do what I do. So I spend a lot of time with my son. I spend a lot of time with my fiance. But I love arts and crafts. I like to paint. I'm into small sculptures a little bit too.
Okay.
I love to read. I haven't read anything in a while, to be completely honest, because like it's hard to find time to dedicate, like to sit down and read a book. Which is something that is a goal for myself for this year. I'd like to find more time to just be able to sit and read. But I like to do a little bit of everything, and when the weather is nice, you'll always find me in the water. I love to swim.
All right,
my fiance calls me a low maintenance mermaid because I'm super happy in a pool all day by myself. I don't really need much else.
No.
I do a lot of different stuff, but what I do love about being an entrepreneur and being my own boss is I do set my own schedule. Like, fortunately, I have my time over the weekend where my son is with his father, so that's when I primarily do my photo shoots. So I usually set everything up for Friday through Sunday, and then during the week I'm able to be home and be a mom and spend time with him. And then while he's at school, I work on, you know, getting new clients or contacting my clients so we can set up new shoots or anything, any networking that I do. I'm able to do it on my own time, so I don't have to punch a clock, like you said, and I don't have to be anywhere. I have an office in my home that's separate and away from everything, so if I need to go in my office for an hour and work on stuff while he's doing his homework or whatever, I have that completely separate, but I'm still right there, so if he needs me, I'm not like completely unavailable where I can't like stop and do math homework with him or anything like that. So to me, family is very important. And being my own boss and being able to be home for him and take care of him is such a giant bonus for me.
Yeah, that's super though. That's a great answer. That's a great answer. So with like what do you see Bliss Promotions in like the next couple years? Like what's the ultimate goal for you know, for the company?
Honestly, I love how everything is going right now. I have a lot more deals this year than we did last year in the works. We're working with a lot more local companies and not just brands now. Like I said, I have that the local pizzeria that it's not official yet, but we're in the process of writing up a contract for it. So I would like to definitely work with more people, work with more brands. Networking is important. Like I said, I any contacts that I can make, that I'm happy to help anybody that I can, and it's not just like for some selfish reason, because I know in the future you'll help me too. I think it's so important to be able to just be there for people sometimes, because sometimes people just need something simple, like, can you do me a favor and just spread the word on this? Like the other day on Instagram, I had a fake account try to scam me. And I don't play. I called the number on the page and I was like, do you think that the scam is going to work on people? And she apologized to me and she told me that her account had been hacked. Yeah. There's some nice, sweet old lady from Louisiana with a cute little accent, and she was just so super polite. And she's like, can you please do me a favor and just post something in your story letting people know that it's not me and I'm not trying to rob anybody? So I did it. Yeah. It cost me nothing. It took 2 seconds of my time, but it helped spread the word that this woman's brand is not some scam brand. She's not a horrible person. She got hacked. So my goal for my company is just for our name to get out there as much as possible so we can get as much work as possible. And also so we can help other people who are similar to us, like small companies who might not be so well known. It's a great way to network and get your name out there. If you're willing to work with people and you don't care about being Instagram famous, then you're able to really branch out there and connect with people on a different level. I want, like, every brand that I deal with, my clients and I become friendly. I always am professional and it's business before anything else. But when you work with somebody, I have a lot of repeat customers. And I think that just shows the consistency of the overall quality of work that we provide, and that we try to make everything as easy and straightforward and simple for people as possible so they can get good quality in the images that they receive, and they get good service, and they know that if they come to us, that our word is true. If I tell you it's going to be done in 3 weeks, it's done in 3 weeks. And if I have a problem where I'm waiting for something and it can't be done, then I'm going to contact you and stay in contact with you and let you know this is why it won't be happening, but it will be happening as soon as possible. So I believe just getting my name out there as much as I can so that my brand is, is known for its quality and the consistency of everything, and that just, like I said, everything is straightforward and there's no drama or nonsense or BS with anything. You're going to get what you pay for, and you're going to get it in a timely fashion, and it's going to be the quality that all the other pictures on the page show. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to do a crap job for one person because I don't feel like it. This is my job and I take it very seriously. I hate when people do half-ass work. You're going to get the same quality regardless if you pay me $1 million or if you pay me $5. Yeah. The quality is what it is,
Yeah, and majority, my audience is all content creators, artists, musicians. So you guys was watching, you definitely hit up Gina because she sound like somebody y'all need for y'all merch, for y'all brands. Cause I've been on a couple of y'all pages, and it's just those selfies she was talking about. Ain't all the way there yet. I'm not gonna lie. I think I need to level up my branding a little bit myself. So I need to switch a couple things around. So you might have a client over here. You might have a client.
I would love to work with you and help you in any way that I can. Like I said, if everybody's willing to just be a human being and help each other in any way that you can, especially if it doesn't cost you anything. Like, even if you didn't wind up hiring me and you were just looking for some advice, I have no problem taking 5 minutes out of my day to talk to you about what might be better for your company and help you in that way. Definitely. It doesn't cost me anything to help somebody like that. And I think people are so afraid for like that bottom line, like I need to make $1 today, so I can't really help anybody. I think if people drop that a little bit, you still have to have your hustle and you still have to make your money. Definitely. Nobody's asking you to like do real work for free, but having a conversation with somebody about what they might be able to do to make their brand or their situation better doesn't cost anybody anything. Posting some information in your story so people know that somebody else is out there and what they do doesn't cost you anything either. So I'm always willing to help and network in that way. And as far as merchandising and advertising and brand work goes, I think we're very reasonable. And we do discounts based on the amount of photo shoots that you're trying to get. So if, for example, we do catalog work sometimes, and what that is, they'll literally send me every piece of female merchandise that they have, or even anything that they want from their website they have. Yeah. And we do photo shoots where it's product shots and a mixture of themed work all at the same time. But everything that they offer, basically, the whole website has our work on it, showing good quality work, and this way it's consistent. So like, for example, again, with the cruelty-free girls, if we do product shots for them and they use all of our product shots for their website, it's going to be nice, it's going to look neat and consistent, all of the work is going to match and make sense. So instead of here's a selfie for one picture, here's a professional shot in one picture, this lighting is darker than this lighting, this picture looks gray, this picture looks blue, you're going to get that nice consistent look throughout for your entire website. So when people go on there and see that, they go, okay, this is professionally done. These are products that, if they take the time to make sure that they're presentable, when I get them in person, I'm sure I'm going to be just as happy with them as when I see them on a website, because I'm seeing them on an actual human being. And again, I don't just flat stand there like that and that's it. We pose, we move around. There's movement in the pictures, so you can see what it looks like on a body when the body is in motion. So it's not just, like I said, not just something flat and to the point and simple. We offer more than that. We offer fully themed photo shoots. So it's not going to just be boring, here's a quick picture of me in a black background. It's going to be for another brand that we just did for Vandal Girls. Last year for New Year's, we said it was going to be New Year's with a bang, and the t-shirt had a Molotov cocktail on it. So we did something with graffiti on the train tracks, and I had a Molotov cocktail in my hand, and there's life to the picture. Yeah. We make it interesting so it will get picked up by magazines, so you do get that extra exposure in magazines on top of it. And then maybe other people will see that shirt in a magazine and go, that's a dope shirt, I really want to know where to get it. Maybe I'll get myself one. And then they can go to the website and they can make a purchase. Or when they go to the website and see that, oh, look at all these professional images, people actually are taking the time to care about how they advertise to you. Maybe they'll care about, their customers enough to provide them with quality items as well. Because if all I see is selfies on your page, and then when I go onto your website and there's not even like a real way for me to order anything, that shows me that you don't have all your stuff together. And if I make a purchase, I might not be exactly happy with what I'm getting.
Yeah. And me, I think about it a little deeper too, because it's like, if it don't look right, I'm definitely not inputting my credit card information on the website. I don't know, it just don't. Exactly. Yeah, it just don't go. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, this is kind of shady over here.
And that sucks too, because there are a lot of scam brands out there. There are a lot of brands, never buy anything from Facebook. Facebook Facebook is the devil. Do not buy anything from them. I've heard so many horror stories from other people purchasing things from Facebook sellers. If they don't have a real website and it's just through Facebook, don't buy anything ever.
Yeah, I mean, I bought used stuff on Facebook through Facebook Marketplace, but I'm guessing you talking more like the clothes, the websites. I know people get scammed. I know for like, you know, I was looking for some studio equipment, right? And then you'll find a website that's like selling the cameras or whatever you need at such a great price. But I'm that dude that's just like, nah, that price is too good. I'm not even gonna try. But some people I know would attempt to think they're about to get $1,000 camera for $200 of this website, brand new and everything, and then they get skimmed out their money, you know.
Exactly. So you just have to be wary, and that's why I said if you have professional images and a real website and somebody who's really taking the time to make sure that your stuff looks legitimate, because it is legitimate.
Yeah.
More often than not, people are more willing to trust you if you are professional, as opposed to like, you know, here's some girl and her cleavage, but there's no shirt. It's literally like, that's it. Like you can see the corner of it. It's just a tiny, tiny piece. But because that girl has 1 million followers, they think that all of a sudden that's going to equate to 1 million sales. Absolutely not true. You might get 1 million likes because they think, oh, that girl's pretty and her boobs are nice, but that's not going to make them buy your shirt. Yeah,
it all depends on, I guess, your goal. Like, are you just trying to go viral or you try to convert some sales? You know, it's the goals of the company.
Most businesses aren't trying to get likes and follows because likes and follows aren't gonna, you know, keep your lights on.
They don't mean nothing.
They're gonna not pay the bills. They're gonna maybe get you more exposure. And again, I'm not knocking selfies or anything like that. There are a lot of girls who do take nice professional selfies. If it's not like their kids and their dogs are in the background and the mirror is filthy and the logo on the shirt is backwards because they took it in the mirror and you can't see anything. Those people are trash and they need to stop.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's true though.
She's talking to y'all. Y'all trash and y'all need to stop. Nah,
no, I'm sorry. Like, because that takes away business from real people who are trying to do something legitimate. Because these brands do the numbers game on Instagram and they think, oh, she's got 1 million followers. Even if she does send me this crappy, crusty picture, people are still going to like it, so they're going to buy my stuff. No, they're still going to like it because this girl has 1 million followers, but that doesn't mean they're going to buy your product. I'm not going to buy something if the only thing that you're showing me is this girl's cleavage in her filthy mirror. You know what I mean?
And some brands...
I don't think women do that either. It's like you can take 2 seconds, get a little Windex, and clean that crap up real quick before you take the picture. Or, and again, it's a selfie, but you can make it a little professional. You see the logo is backwards. All you got to do is flip the image before you post it. And then, oh, look, now your audience can read what the t-shirt says. There are very simple ways to make a selfie at least look presentable. And these girls don't do it because they're just doing it for the attention. They don't care about your brand and if your brand is making sales. They care that they got a free t-shirt out of the deal and somebody else is going to post their picture. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get you sales. I'm trying to professionally advertise for you. I hate when people call me an influencer. I'm not influencing nothing. If you don't want a t-shirt, you're not going to buy it just because I said it was pretty and I wore it. You're going to want it because you like it. So I'm not influencing you to do anything. I'm showing you that this is what the shirt looks like. This is the way that a picture is taken professionally. And then I send it to magazines and it becomes part of a magazine and you get exposure through a printed magazine usually, or even a digital magazine. Exposure is great. Selfies are great for exposure. They are not great for sales.
So, nah, you know what you're talking about. You the real deal. You definitely know what you're talking about. That's a fact. Look, we could talk all day, right? But I'm not gonna keep you on all day. I'm definitely gonna ask you one more question, but I'm gonna just do a quick plug, and then I'm gonna get 2 more questions. I'm gonna ask you 2 more questions, but just give me 1 second. I just want to speak to the people real quick. Everybody who's watching this content right now, I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, man. We gotta get the numbers up. We need the motivation to keep doing this, man. Y'all the motivation. This is for y'all. You know, Gina is definitely super dope. She know what she's talking about, and yeah, man, if you want me to go out find some more dope guests, you gotta like, comment, share. We gotta get the numbers up. This is Crazy Capital Media. Do follow me on at Crazy Capital Media on Instagram, Facebook, on everything, you know. And yeah, the Cash App is on the screen, Crazy Capital. Gina, your Instagram is
My Instagram is Gina Bliss.
Gina Bliss Straight.
Gina Bliss Straight.
Yeah,
Oh
follow
my
Gina.
God.
Follow Gina. I'm putting in the description box right now too. So definitely follow Gina. You got a website? You got anything else? Or you just off?
Well, my website is in my bio. Instagram is the easiest way to follow me and see all of my work because we literally will post everything that we do for brands or even like just collaborations, any networking that we do. So all of our work can be seen on Instagram. So that's the easiest way to reach me. And then in my bio, any links or anything to the rest of my work and the websites are right there. So it's just easiest to follow me that way. And I do answer my DMs. So if you're a serious brand or anybody who's looking to collaborate, and I'm not talking about please send me some unsolicited pictures that I didn't ask for. I'm talking about if you want to have a professional conversation with me, or even if you need advice, I'm there.
Yeah.
I answer my DMs, and I'm more than willing to talk with anybody about any professional aspect or collaboration.
Definitely. That's super dope. So before we end this, I said I had a couple questions. I'm gonna ask you the first question. If you could hire anybody in the world right now to do anything, who would that be, and what would that job be?
If I could hire anybody in the world to do anything,
Anything.
That's a really good question, and that's hard to pick. If I could hire anybody, I guess it would be Bill Burr to do a private comedy thing for me and my friends because I love him. I call him my spirit animal.
Okay.
He's very real. He's really funny, and he's just very honest about things. And I get in trouble all the time for being too real.
All right.
I appreciate him and his sense of humor and his style of comedy. So if I could hire anybody to do anything, right now in the world we all need to laugh a little bit more. I would hire him to do a comedy special.
You say we're just gonna have him in the backyard. We're gonna chill.
We'll have a barbecue, set up the pool and everything nice, and we'll just have fun, and you can make me laugh.
Super dope. And the last question before we get out of here. Well, it's not even a question. It's more like I just want you to leave the audience with one word that describes, you know, you, your brand, everything you're doing. If you leave it with one word, if you say the one word, and also you could explain like why you chose that word.
I would go with real. Real is a good word for me because I'm gonna be honest with you and I'm gonna be upfront with you and I'm gonna tell you how it really is. I'm gonna look at what you have available. I'm gonna look at what you might need to up your game and really put some actual advertising out there for your brand. Because a lot of people, like I said, especially a lot of startup brands, they don't have access to models and photographers and all the equipment that you would need to make it professional. And that's why it's important to hire professionals and not like a buddy who's got an iPhone camera. I'm going to be real with you and tell you if your work needs improvement or if what you have is great, but maybe you just want some more interesting shots on your page, or you want to be in magazines and you don't have that availability right now. So if you're good and everything that you're putting out there is awesome, I'll tell you that. But if it's lacking, I'll tell you what's lacking and I'll let you know how we can help you. I'm not here to BS anybody or lie to anybody or hype myself up and make myself look like I'm the only one who knows what I'm doing. But I have been doing this for a long time. And like I said, I think we offer something that's different than most people because we are a full-stop promotions company. I mean, one-stop, promotions company. You don't need to go anywhere else because you have a photographer, you have a model, you have a graphic designer, you have somebody who has a business degree and is willing to, put themselves out there and try to find other contacts to help you network and put your name out there further. You have somebody who's submitting the images to magazines to get you exposure that way. We advertise in every possible way. We do social media promotions too, but we consider that as part of the package. What you're really paying for when you work with us is professional images for your websites and for real advertising and the possibility to be part of a collaboration that winds up being in a magazine to get that exposure that way. Definitely. So I would go with real because I'm always going to be upfront and honest with you about what you need, and I'm always going to provide you with real interesting shots. They're not going to be up and photoshopped, and my waist is not going to go from being this big to this big. I look how I look, and I am who I am. So if you like the work that we put out and you think it's professional and you think it's of a quality that you find to be, you know, good enough for your brand, then I'm always willing to work with anybody and help anybody that I can. But at the end of the day, you have to be real. I'm not gonna, like, I've seen so many girls with these filters and everything like that, and then you meet them in person and they look completely different, and it's like, how are you gonna get work ever if you don't look how you are portraying yourself to look? So everything about me is real. This is who I am. This is what I'm about. I love to help people. I love to network and make new long-lasting relationships. Like I said, I have clients. I have one client that I've been working with for years. I've done over 40 sets for them. I think if you have that consistency and you're able to be real with people, they appreciate that, and you can have a long-lasting relationship with them where it's beneficial for everybody. So just being real is very important.
Great answer, great answer. So Gina Bliss, definitely happy that you came, you joined us. I say you are part of the Crazy Capital Media family now. And like you said, it costs nothing to promote, so anytime you want to promote anything or you just want to come speak to the people, you know, you definitely invited to come up here and, you know, and rock with us. And you guys, like I said, her information will be in the description, so definitely go follow her, go check out her work, you know, hire her, you know. She got client over here, so we gonna probably talk in the near future when I'm working on my next events or whatever. I'm definitely gonna hit you up.
Keep me posted. I'd love to work with you and your brand and help you in any way that I can.
So yeah, guys, I am out of here, everybody. So yo, I'm not gonna go through my spiel. Just follow me on everything, man. Everything's on the screen right now, and I'm out.
Calico, crazy capital. Come on. Hold up, I'm in here. Push weight, but no gym near. Crazy balls, no drinks here. Shorty wet, no swimwear. I had to hustle. Cook it up with the fiends near. Mel had the extended clip. You don't see curve with the beam there. Michael buys me scream, My pen's my machete, killing whack rappers' dreams, Not just a scheme, I really lived that life, but I got bigger dreams, I just spent some cash on a pinky ring, some loose money on the iced out grill. I swear to God, I ain't touch a deal, but upgraded my lifestyle still. I see the finish line, I'm just a block away. Till then I'm a rock away, posted with a blocker. My young boys swipe away, these young hoes pipe all day. Get shot by the coppers, please not today. Won't fit in the rap game, I'm not for play. These niggas act strange for a little change. I'ma have the black range racing down them lanes. Watch how I stack change, but won't tarnish my name.